You're listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. Hi, I'm Francine.
And I'm Carrie.
We're two best friends who can't stop talking, usually about Disney stuff.
Sometimes we have fascinating guests, and sometimes it's just us, but it's always positive and fun.
We're happy to have you join our chat. Thanks for listening, and let's get started. Ho, 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 pal!
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
It is, isn't it?
Yep.
Although
Can you hear me okay, do you think? Hello?
Oh, did you?
Hello.
Oh, gosh.
Hello.
Again.
Hello.
Sometimes we start recording and we forget to move the mic over because sometimes, yeah. You know what? I feel like we should videotape it one day and show how we get started and how we get set up to record a podcast. Because
I think that's better.
That's better. Yeah. When you move the mic in front of your mouth, it
no, it was right there, but it wasn't. And I thought that maybe it wasn't picking up
plugged in.
Thought maybe it was picking up my earphone microphone instead.
Oh, right. Because we did have an issue where your earphone microphone, because she's got earphones that hang off, not earphones. It's a mic that hangs off your earphones.
Yeah. And
sometimes it hits like your shirt. And then you get like this static that goes with it.
My bad.
That was a long hi.
Hi. Merry Christmas.
Yes. Carrie, it's very confusing to me or because of the way that we're doing the podcast every 2 weeks now. So this podcast is going to go live just before Christmas.
Yep.
Which is exciting.
Mm-hmm.
So the most wonderful time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a Christmas person, but we'll talk about that at the end.
Okay.
We wanted to do the recap because truth be told, it's been 3 weeks since the last episode.
It's been 2 weeks, hasn't it?
I forgot to post it.
But you did post one last week. So
I did. It was 3 weeks between the last ones.
Yeah.
Remember? Because we recorded it. It was ready. I just had it saved as a draft.
Oops.
I forgot to hit schedule. So that's what happened there. So that was user error on my part. So now, yes, you're right. It has been 2 weeks. But based on our last episode, we were on the cruise and now we've been done the cruise. It feels like 100 years ago, but
pretty much.
It does, right? Carrie, we need to run away again. We need to pick a new place to run away to.
We've only been back for a month. Not even.
Yeah, but we need like a little run away somewhere. Because that was the perfect runaway.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
It was. So we need to do like at least the recap. Because I think we ended in the Bahamas. I think we ended in Nassau when we were doing it. But I was thinking about it. I don't know that we have much more to offer our listeners than we did nothing for the rest. I think we did a couple more puzzles.
Yeah.
But we didn't do them in the pub. We moved them to the buffet because we could get pizza while we were doing them. Yeah. And that was the big difference, wasn't it? Like that was it. We went to the spa another time. We did puzzles. We went to the casino a few more times. Won money, lost money.
Mm-hmm. And then the cruise was done. Like it kind of just flew by. We watched a lot more Love It or Listed. Yeah.
I'm now like
I'm gonna love it.
It's funny because you've told me about this show before. You're like, this Love It or Listed. And they always, I love it. And I'm like, I don't know what she's talking about. I don't think I've ever seen this show. But on the cruise, there was one channel that really had anything worth watching on it. And it kept having these home shows on it. And most of them were Love It or Listed. So I finally got to watch it.
Oh, and House Hunters. We watched we watched House Hunters or Love It or Listed on Home and Garden Television.
And it was very entertaining and very enjoyable and exactly the kind of mindless thing to do on vacation. Mm-hmm. We did have a couple of rough days. So the sea was a little rough on the last couple days.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was, although you weren't sick.
No, I didn't feel sick. No. I could feel it, but I didn't feel sick.
Right.
But it was moving like quite a bit.
Oh yeah.
Because I think like with the one morning, the wind said it was like 50 knots.
Yeah.
And the ship only goes 20 knots. So
yeah,
50 knots is at the when it's going really fast. So it was moving. We were moving and the wind was making us move, and like that big boat was like creaking and cracking, which is supposed to, because that's, I guess, how it's built. All modules and whatever, like the rooms. But it was pretty crazy.
Yeah. Overnight, like during the night, it was really loud. It was really loud, like banging and rolling, and even the hangers in our little closet were moving. And but it was kind of fun to stand over the promenade, that long walkway, and watch people walking down the thing, and you couldn't like you couldn't see outside from there, but you could see them all swaying as they were walking down, which was kind of fun. But we weren't sick, or like it didn't make us sick or anything like that. Because really when it's like that and you can see outside, it's not so bad. It's when you're inside and you can't see anything that it's a little more queasy.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
But
plus I'm sure most people were, maybe like you get used to it. Like that might have been my thing, that maybe my body was kind of used to being on board. But I also think people at the end of the trip were probably like really relaxing. Like I'm sure lots of sleeping in was happening, because the boat didn't seem very busy the last couple of days when we were at sea. But we couldn't there wasn't really many people swimming because of the weather and the waves and whatever. But yeah, I think people were just chilling out. They had partied hard and had a good first couple of days, and now they were probably in their rooms watching House Hunters and Love It or Listed too. Let's be real.
We did, and we had such a good time with that too. It was so crazy. We were totally into it. We even ordered room service the one morning, had our coffee and tea, and watched it then with with some pastries and stuff before we went for our second breakfast.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that
was such a pathetic vacation.
People, we didn't see any shows. We saw the dancing they did in the promenade, and we saw the people singing in the atrium and stuff, but we did not go to any of the world-class shows that they have on board. We did see inside the theater. We did go and take a peek when there was nothing going on in there, but yeah, we didn't see any shows. But you know what, Carrie? It was the perfect vacation.
It was really good.
It was really good. There's no stress. It was so relaxing. And we ate, slept, puzzled, and talked about nothing. So when we come on this podcast and we say that we could talk for hours, and like that was 8 days, Carrie.
Yeah, where we just pretty much had each other's time.
Us and our room steward.
I know, and he probably just was like, "Oh, yo, not again."
So we really did just have each other to talk to, and you would think that by day 3 or 4 we would have run out of things to say, since we weren't doing anything. But we didn't. Not at all. I think we were still talking on the plane on the way home, like at the airport on the way home. There was never a non-conversational moment.
No. I think too, the cruise ship, like being new to us, and the stuff we were reading and what we saw in the Facebook group, like I think we just pondered a lot of things, and that was a lot. Like we talked a lot about the ship, MSC, why, we talked about the Disney ships and why, and these ships, and we spent a lot of time kind of justifying the differences that we were experiencing on MSC. But yeah, we talked about that, and it was fun and interesting because we both liked that. Like, it was interesting to us to kind of wonder or puzzle or Google things and try to figure out, put our queries to rest in our little noggins, when the stuff that we were wondering about. So that kind of kept our brains, I think, a little, preoccupied, because that was fun. Like, it was just we just thought through everything that we were experiencing and talked about it, which was fun.
From the maps to the knots, how many knots are we traveling? Like by the end, Carrie's like, well, I think we're going 20 knots now or whatever it is. And you're right. The differences between MSC, and we were talking about how that compares to other cruise lines. We both enjoyed it. We both had a good time. It was a good cruise. But I feel completely equipped to explain the price differences between what we got on MSC and what you would get, say, on a Disney cruise. Like I am completely much more eloquent at explaining the difference in price.
And I don't think it's not like even to make one sound worse. I think we just we really understood the value of that cruise. Like,
yes.
We just kept thinking through like the value and thinking why this is such a great experience for so many other ways. It's again not, the Disney difference is missing, but really for what you pay, we found value and could understand not everyone, but lots of people finding value if that was the type of thing they were looking for. So yeah, that kept us, I think, chit-chatting a little bit more.
Absolutely.
I didn't pack enough puzzles. If I would have packed some,
oh my gosh, and
more puzzles. The next time I would bring my big suitcase and pack real puzzles, because I don't like dollar store puzzles are annoying. They really are.
Yeah, you weren't loving the puzzle situation. I mean, it was good. I had a good time doing the puzzles on board, but you were struggling a little with those ones. You would wish that you brought some others. Yeah.
Yeah. So, since I didn't know that I would even do them when I was on board. So, you don't want to cart along, some of your Ravensburger puzzles on a cruise. But next time, I'm bringing good puzzles.
There were a lot of people playing games on board where they had brought their own board games and different things.
Cards, lots of people playing cards and dominoes and things, which was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I would never even think to bring those things. But now that I've seen it, it totally makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, it was a good cruise. I would do it again. So at the end of the cruise, we should talk about disembarking.
Yeah.
Just because that was another thing that was brought up on the groups and people had issues with on MSC. Although I feel like so we were allowed to do priority disembarking or whatever if we had put our luggage out because of the diamond status we got.
Right. But we didn't.
We didn't. We decided to walk off. And
it was easy. So we walked up. We were supposed to walk off at 7:30. Right. That was when they were supposed to start. So we went down early.
Yeah.
Like maybe 6:45-ish.
It was 7:00 you could walk off. And then if you didn't walk off, it was 7:30.
I thought it was 7:30 because I remember when we were there and we were at the front of the line and I was watching the time. I said, well, we're here. We're sort of at the front and we only have half an hour.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So and then they took us walk off right away.
I took a picture of our stateroom door when we closed it and it was 6:47 a.m.
Right. So that's when we left to go downstairs to get in the area we needed to be. And it took us a while to get down there. We had to wrangle around the crowd to get to where we needed to be. And we were stepped off the ship at 7 o'clock. They started walking us off.
Yeah.
And we were at the airport at 8 o'clock.
Yes, because we were standing outside at 7:12.
Yeah.
We were outside and I took a picture of the ship from outside at 7:12. So, and then we ordered our Uber and we were at the airport for 8 o'clock. It was crazy how quickly we got to that airport.
We booked our flight for 2 o'clock because we had heard horror stories about getting off the ship because of the port. Like, and not because of MSC. That wasn't necessarily like, it was just like, it's kind of a port that it's not a port that's been there forever. It's like MSC's like, I need to dock my ship somewhere. Well, how about you come over here? Like it's all new.
Forget about it.
Forget about it. Just come over here. But it was far from that. It was it seemed very organized and we were in and out of there so quickly that we changed our flight. To 10 o'clock.
It was incredible. Like we got to the airport and up to the counter and said to the lady, our flight's at 2, but we're here so early. Can you get us on an earlier flight? And when she said, how's 10 o'clock or 10:10, it was like, woohoo! It was quite a party. We were very, very excited. I mean, they said the only thing was that we weren't going to get to sit together on the way home, but we didn't care. The plane was so small, I probably could have reached out and touched just 5 rows ahead anyway. But we managed to get on that flight and yeah, we were home like by lunchtime. It was crazy. That was very, very good. That was a lovely a lovely way to end the cruise with such an easy travel day. It was very good. Carrie's got a cat on her lap.
Yes, it was the best way to end the cruise. And we got home so early we could work the afternoon. That's what I did.
I know. It was insane.
Mm-hmm. It was so good.
It was really good. So it was a very good cruise. Totally enjoyed it and would do it again in a heartbeat. And I really think it showed me the value of doing the relax and chill vacations again. We did spend a lot of time debating relax and chill on a cruise ship versus relax and chill at an all-inclusive. We did debate that quite a bit too. But I think I would happily do another relax and chill cruise with you anytime.
I would for sure. I would do that every time instead of an all-inclusive vacation.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And we really do not much at Disney World, but we still don't relax and chill to that extent. That's for sure.
No, this was like next level. This was like, you go to the spa and the minute we stopped talking, I think we both nodded off. Like if we weren't talking and eating, we were sleeping.
Having a nap.
Yeah. So that was absolutely fantastic. Cool. So we'll be planning another one of these kind of escapes, hopefully in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Now that you're a diamond on MSC, you might be.
Yeah.
We might again.
We might need to check out what other cruise lines will do this. Where can we try something else? That'll be fun. So Carrie, this is going to be the last podcast air of 2023.
That's nutty. A whole other year.
How does this happen?
I don't know.
I feel like it flew by. We've had so much fun on the podcast again this year. I just, what do you hope for next year? I did not prepare Carrie with any of these questions before.
I hope for more Muppets and more podcasts.
Yeah.
And more trips. What do we ask for every year? Pretty much that.
It's pretty much the same thing every year when we look ahead, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's always the same. More trips, more fun, more laughs, everyone happy and healthy. That's pretty much it. What's the plans for Christmas this year, Carrie? Because Christmas will be in a few days when this goes live.
Yeah. So I have like probably 2 towers of puzzles that are about 4 feet tall that I've been collecting all year because I've been having too much fun and muppeting and tripping and traveling that
outside of the house.
And when I was doing my puzzle competition, it had to be focused puzzles. So I have all my other fun puzzles that I've been piling up. So I easily have 40 or 50 puzzles. So I'm probably,
oh my gosh.
I do. Like, I'm telling you, like 2 4-feet piles of puzzles for sure.
Wow.
Because I piled them up into a tower. 2 towers for fun. So I'm probably going to puzzle for a couple days straight if possible. And binge watch some TV. That's pretty much it.
Nice.
And hang out with my family and puzzle some more. And binge watch some TV. Did I say that already?
You did binge watch some TV. Now, do you watch the Christmas movies and stuff? Like, are you a Christmas movie person?
The only movie I like to watch is National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which, strange fact, very strange fact that I learned about my best friend when we were on a cruise, is that she's never seen Christmas Vacation.
No.
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Never.
But let's take this further. She's never seen any National Lampoon's movie at all, which I can't believe that.
Seriously.
Like I know like people that are of the younger generation, I can see them not seeing them before, but I don't know how how did you go through your life not seeing them?
I don't know. I don't know. They just never appealed to me.
And I found this out because I was quoting Vegas Vacation because we were going into the casino and I kept doing Vegas Vacation quotes. Put in $1. I want a car. And you didn't get it. And then I'm like, Vegas Vacation. And then you're like, I've never seen that movie. And I'm like, oh, but and then I think I said something about the Griswolds or whatever in the Christmas. And you're like, no, I didn't see that either. And then you told me you didn't see any of them. So I think you should at least watch Christmas Vacation.
It was, believe it or not. So yes, see, another example of how we can talk about nothing. So I don't know how long we spent talking about these movies because Carrie was she was throwing these quotes and I just thought she was a little nuts. I'm like, why put in $1, and she kept saying this, put in $1.
I want a car. So I'd explain to you the movie and whatever happens and Clark Griswold and losing the family's money, the college fund, all that stuff. And you were still like, yeah, I don't really care. I've never seen that movie before. And I'm like,
I was so confused. Yes. So maybe over the holidays, I'll give one of them a watch.
Just watch Christmas Vacation. I like watching Christmas Vacation. I like watching Elf. I love Elf. But I don't watch any Hallmark movies. Don't seriously. You need to watch Elf, which you can't it's hard. You can watch it on Crave, I think maybe. And you need to watch Christmas Vacation. So yeah, I don't watch any Hallmark movies. I don't have cable, so I can't I would watch the classics if I could, like the little old, the ones we watched when we were younger. But I don't really have any access to watching them. So.
What about Candy Cane Lane? Are you going to watch that?
I've been meaning to watch it. I want to watch it. You watched it? Did you like it?
Yeah. So I'm not I'm not a Christmas person at all.
Well, maybe you should watch some Christmas movies and you would be a Christmas person. Maybe you would be a Christmas movie.
I don't think so.
Not Hallmark movies. No one has to watch those. No one on earth needs to watch those.
Oh, my sister watches those. They just drive me nuts. But so because we had Kelly Younger on our podcast way back when he was directing the Muppets, and he kept posting about this. I didn't realize he wrote this movie.
Isn't that so cool?
It's so cool. So I was like, well, of course I gotta watch it. So I did. I watched it, and it's a Christmas movie. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it, and if you're a Christmas person, you will love it. But I thought it was funny. It was, but who doesn't love Eddie? Eddie Murphy could stand still and I'd find him hilarious. He's just funny. So it was a really, really good movie. So if you get a chance to watch it, you should.
I will be for sure.
Yes. He did a really good job. It was a good movie. So
cool.
Watch that. And then what are you doing so you're puzzling, you're hanging, you're doing puzzling and
puzzles,
watching some more TV.
Maybe some crafts and puzzling, but that's it.
Oh, sounds perfect. Perfect.
That's my plan.
So it's a 3-day event at my family. And then you all wonder why I'm not a Christmas person. Because growing up, it was like a 3-day event to decorate the house. And who was the person who had to help my mother decorate the house? Me. So it was an awful lot of work for me. But anyway, so now I go to my sister Becky's on Christmas Eve, and Andrew and I go and we stay there together, and then so that we wake up Christmas morning, we're all together. And then my sister and brother-in-law come in for Christmas breakfast, and we have a full Scottish fry-up, haggis, black pudding. I don't eat that. I only eat the potato scones and bacon and eggs. And then we'll have a steak pie for dinner, because that's what Andrew and I like for dinner. We don't have turkey. We have a full steak pie. It's the only time of the year we make it, because it's a lot of work. So we'll have a steak pie dinner. And then Boxing Day, we go to my other sister's, and we have a full another day there. So it's 3 days.
Busy.
Yeah. So it's like just eating, sitting, eating, cleaning, eating. Like it's just, yeah. So
it doesn't sound bad. You just got to throw a couple puzzles in there and it'd be like perfect.
be like the perfect day. So yes, I kind of always look forward to Boxing Day evening when I get home and I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to be anywhere afterwards. And yeah, so that will be my night that I'm looking forward to.
And then you should watch some Christmas movies.
Well, I'll maybe watch the one. I did tell you, I just want to pick one day over the holidays where I think I'm just going to turn everything off. I'm going to stay in my pajamas all day. No. Yeah. I'm going to get on the couch. I'm going to order a pizza and I'm not going to move all day. And I'm going to turn my phone off. I'm going to turn everything off. I'm not going to answer anybody.
You can I wonder if you're going to watch Home and Garden Channel and not tell anybody.
I might. I might. And then before you know it, it'll be New Year.
Yeah, I just thought of my New Year, what I want for next year.
What?
I want Andrew to come on the podcast.
Oh, yes. Didn't you ask for that last year?
I did, and it didn't happen, so I'm going to ask again.
Well, Andrew is actually coming with me on vacation in January.
And he can do the trip report.
You were supposed to fly down and meet us, so we're gonna have to talk dates and see if you're gonna come down. But Andrew is coming back to Walt Disney World. He has not seen any of the Star Wars stuff, so I'm very excited for him to see it. So yeah, he can come back on and share his trip report with us.
That's a good idea. There, it's perfect.
It's perfect. See, and then you
my other ideas didn't help. Like I wanted to roast you. Remember?
Oh my gosh. He's driving me nuts, Carrie. Like we were at Costco the other night and he's like, "What is wrong with you? Did you notice that? You didn't notice that on the cruise. Like I wasn't fidgety or whatever." Or like he says I'm like Tigger. He's like, You're forever bouncing around. And I'm like, "But if I don't keep moving, then I'll fall asleep." Like, well, maybe you didn't notice on the cruise because then I would just sleep. Maybe that's it. Anyway, so there you go. That's what we'll do. We'll have him on next year for sure.
Oh yeah, we can hear what he thinks about Walt Disney World all these years later.
Exactly. Is
he going to build a lightsaber?
I mean, it's funny you should say that because I was thinking that today and I thought, I wonder if he should build a lightsaber. And that'll at least get me in there to see someone build. I don't want a lightsaber, but I don't know if he wants a lightsaber.
I want to build a droid.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
But what do you do with it? Like, that's one of those ones, like, then what do you do with it once you've built it?
Well, I think the what do you do with it is a little bit more reasonable building a droid than building a lightsaber. Like, if you say, what are you going to do with your droid? I'm going to be like, well, maybe because it's like a little remote control thingy, right? Whatever.
So what are you going to chase the cats around with it or something?
Maybe. But like a lightsaber, and I'm really not, I'm not like, I don't think people think that Carrie is going to have a lightsaber, so.
But Carrie might have a droid?
I don't know. I can justify the droid, I think, in my mind more than the lightsaber.
Yes.
Because I could bring it to my office at work, put it on display. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Like
interesting.
Maybe
we should do that.
Like get it, they have like a gun rack, but get like a lightsaber rack. I just was gonna do a Wayne's World reference.
What reference?
When Wayne's World, his ex-girlfriend brings him a gun rack. She makes him a gun rack for a gift. You don't remember that? You need to watch Wayne's World. I don't remember that.
It's been I watched Wayne's World multiple times. I don't remember that. Which girlfriend?
The one that he's not. It's his ex-girlfriend. She thinks that they're still dating, but they're not.
Yeah. Her. Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. See,
you should watch it.
Okay. Off tangent. Again.
Put that on your watch list on that jammy day.
On my PJ day.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Wayne's World. Just the first one.
World. Just the yeah. I only like the first one really.
Anyways. Yeah, Andy on the podcast. That's what I think our 2024
our new year goal. Mm-hmm. Our new year goal. And we'll continue to do bi-weekly, I think, because that's working well for us when I remember to publish.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think 2024, who knows what's to come. We've got lots of excitement coming, I'm sure. We do.
And if there was, I wouldn't tell anybody about it anyways.
For the jinxies. That's important. Thank you guys so much for listening. You know, every time we think about the podcast, we're always super grateful for everyone that tunes in and sends us notes and just spends time with us. Like, it's pretty awesome that people like take time out of their day to have us in their ears talking nonsense.
Very true.
Right? It is. It's kind of crazy. Okay.
It is. But
thank you. Oh. Okay, Carrie, what is your pixie dust this week?
Oh, you could have said, we could have just said bye-bye and then said we're going to not do pixie dust till next year. Yeah.
But we should. I feel, because we were on Stan's podcast. I know. If you don't know Stan Solo, we were on the solo show. The solo show. And he threw us off our game because he asked us for pixie dust at the end of his podcast. And we weren't prepared, but now I've just done it to you again. So, Carrie,
well, I know that we're going to talk about our pixie dust, and I'm going to use the same pixie dust that I just used on his podcast, because it's pixie dust that lasts the whole month long, because I have 2 puzzle advent calendars, not 1, but 2.
Why did you buy 2? I should have asked you that.
One is a new one, and then one is one that Figaro, you're interrupting my pixie dust. You remember? Do you remember when you were in Florida? I think you were in Florida, and didn't you buy it when you were with Curtis, the Disney Advent Calendar?
Yeah. Oh yes, that's right.
That Advent Calendar ended up coming home a car ride. Yeah. So you gave it to my sister-in-law, who then she drove it home, and then I got it like sometime after last Christmas, but I think it's like the 2021 Disney Advent Calendar.
Isn't it all hysterical?
So last year I didn't have it. I got it after, and so I did it this year with the new Advent Calendar that I bought. So every day, all month, I get 2 little puzzles. Yeah.
And are they good puzzles?
They're all right. I like last year's Advent Calendar better. It's the same company. Last year, like, each puzzle was like Figaro.
Each very puzzle vocal today.
Each puzzle was like totally different. Like, one might have been like candy canes, and the next one might have been like a cute little puppy with something, a Christmas hat on, and they were all like photos, and they were all different. This year is like, they're all the same. Like, they're all like winter scenes and the same type of artwork, all of them. So all 24. So they're all different, but they're all similar. So I'm getting kind of, getting a little bored with them, because I wish that it's a little repetitive, but I still like doing them. And then the Disney ones, all right. But I really don't like, I stopped buying Disney puzzles probably back when that Advent calendar came out, because it's not necessarily the quality. The quality is okay, but they cut the puzzles all the same shape, and often they're shiny, like they're shiny and hard to see, like in certain lights, and they all are always cut the same. So they're these long skinny pieces, and to a puzzler they're quite annoying. So I stopped buying. I was buying every puzzle, and then I kind of clued in and was like, wait a minute. Like, if you buy the ones that are like the artwork puzzles, like the Thomas Kincaid ones, like those ones are fine. But if you buy any of like the Disney Parks ones, they're all exactly the same skinny cut puzzle pieces. So this one here is like little baby skinny, because they're only
like 50, a baby version.
They're only tiny puzzles, like 50 pieces. Like, I don't know, like 3 inches or 2 inches, 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches, like a little square. And yeah, they're just annoying for small sizes of the annoying bigger pieces. So I've been doing them anyways, because some of the pictures are cute, and some of them, like, they all have Mickey and Minnie and words. So the ones that I like the most, I just keep them together. Like, I don't take them apart, because I don't have room for 48 puzzles on my dining room table. So what I do is I do them, and then if I really like them, then I leave them out for a couple of days. And then until I have one that I like even more, then I crumble the first one up and put it in the bag, and then I keep the one out that I like the most. I keep my favorite out
on display.
And then the other ones I put back in the bag, because like my Advent puzzle from last year, I gave it to Glenda to do. So now Glenda can do the one that this year I'll hand it to her for next year. So it's like a hand me down. You can pass it on.
That's fun.
as long as you keep it all together. So it's fun.
Yeah, it gives you it's fun, something nice to do every day.
24 puzzles times 2.
Wow.
And I try to do them every day on like either in the morning before I go to work or when I get home.
Oh,
I don't want to forget.
Good.
I don't want to get behind.
Yeah, no. You don't want to have to catch up.
Enough puzzles to
You've got enough to do when you're off work. Yep. Over the holidays.
Mm-hmm. And some people buy, like, do you watch on TikTok how people buy the calendar? Like, you might not see it. I haven't really been on TikTok, but I've been going on Instagram because it's pretty much the same thing. And YouTube stories is pretty much the same thing.
They're all the same.
So I've been watching there. I haven't been on TikTok for probably a month or so. But when people get the advent calendars that they buy, like whether it's like tea, jam, fancy, expensive makeup, like whatever, Chanel box, and they get them and then they open them all up all at once. That's not fun.
What do you mean?
Like it's got to have, it's like 12 days or 24 days and people buy them and then they open them all up at once. Oh,
like the advent calendar. Yeah. I didn't know what you were talking about. So my TikTok it doesn't show me stuff like that. I don't see that's the advent
Guess calendar. What? It's going to do it now. Is your phone on your desk?
Oh my God.
Let me know how long before you see people, influencers showing their advent calendars.
Because I'm going to get all advent calendars. For a while I was getting all puzzles. And if I had another cat video, I was going to lose my marbles. I was getting cat videos like crazy. You might
get advent calendars, but people get them. And I guess maybe if they're gifted them, maybe they have to.
And they have them for like makeup and stuff.
Oh my goodness. Don't look because you won't believe it. Like you name it, like fancy makeup, fancy skin cream, like I think Swarovski has like a Disney one this year.
Oh my gosh.
Like you name it, there's an advent calendar. There's even one, I was so tempted. There's an advent calendar that I saw this year, and it's from a company in the UK, and they make an advent calendar of stationery and they personalize it.
Gosh.
So like that you would get yours and it would have an F on it, or it would be like it would have your initials, or like they personalize some of the so you get the box of your 12 days or however many days it is, and some of it inside is, and it's a stationary, like a small stationary, well maybe not too small, but a stationary company. And I was like, that's not that expensive. I wonder how much it costs to ship it.
Is there no sticker advent calendars?
There's sticker companies that put advent calendars together. Carrie. You name it. There's an advent calendar for it.
I can't believe. No.
And I haven't been on TikTok like I said this season, but from the years prior, there is advent calendars for everything. I had no idea. It definitely is entertaining on social media. I'd like to follow them along if that's,
I don't know. That's not the kind of feed
like,
I have.
This year there's like, they have these those Disney characters, like what are they called? The ones that smell like, the little stuffies that they had them in the park.
Oh, yeah. And then they're like really fluffy, and then they smell of different things.
Well, I don't think that they smell anymore, but they have an advent calendar of that this year with the little baby stuffies, but they have a pin version, and I've seen that many, many times on my where every day you open up and the pin is one of the little, what are they called? Yeah,
I don't know.
Anyways, so my advent calendar. So what's your pixie dust?
No, I forgot we were recording.
I talked an extra 10 minutes about my pixie dust.
What was my pixie dust? Oh, I tried something. I ordered dinner the other night. This is something, see, my TikTok is full of like food and like these weird, there was one the other night here. It's awful. But I showed it to Andrew, and it's like, how life sometimes just doesn't work out. And it was a mouse that was inside a warehouse somewhere, and these two women caught him and took him outside. They were like, run free, and he was running, and then he ran off the roof of the building.
Oh no.
But then they're like, and then they see him, and he landed on the ground, and he's still running. And they're like, oh my gosh, he's okay. He's free.
Oh no.
And his hawk comes down and just grabs him.
Did they guilt. The guilt.
The guilt. They were just so, they were so upset. Oh my gosh. It was so funny. So that's what my feed is full of. But anyway, on second topic, my pixie dust, my feed is full of food. And there were lots of Canadians reviewing the pickle poutine at Harvey's. So it is poutine, so fries, cheese curds, and gravy. On top of it, they have 2 deep fried pickle skewers plus diced pickles on poutine. Now, if you've ever had Harvey's poutine, it's really good.
Yeah.
Now you throw the pickle on it. It was delicious, Carrie. It was absolutely delicious. So that was my pixie dust. My pickle poutine.
Pickle poutine.
Yeah. So if you haven't tried it, you should. If you're in Canada and can catch it. And we when we were on Stan Solo's podcast, he was telling me about the Kinder eggs, the Disney Kinder eggs. Oh my goodness. So I've been eating Kinder eggs like crazy. And the problem is that I keep buying multiple boxes of them and I keep getting duplicates. I have like 3 Mickeys.
Okay, first off, at the end of the podcast, I should be saying lastly, at the end of this podcast, that I can't believe you actually went out and bought them.
I did. I don't know why. I was in Walmart with Andrew and I saw them and I was like, oh, I should buy some of these. And then we were at Shoppers Drug Mart and I'm like, there's some more of them. Let me pick some up. Let's see if I can get the full set. So I'm short 3. Right. And I've eaten like, I don't know, 14 eggs.
15 Kinder eggs.
Yeah.
Well, I've been looking around here and I still haven't found the Disney 100 Kinder eggs. I see all kinds of other Kinder eggs. I don't see any of them.
Carrie, and
so you just keep buying, and then when you have doubles, I'll take all the doubles.
Oh yeah, I got them set aside for you,
Carrie. But like, thank you very much.
Our friend Ashley said to me she wasn't collecting them because she's like, I know it's something I'm just going to throw out, in a month. And I said, me too. Like, I know it's going to. I'm going to get the set and then I'm going to put it somewhere in a room and then I'm going to throw it out. But yeah, anyway. Okay. So we're babbling again. Thank you guys very much for listening. If you've made it all the way to the end of this podcast, thank you for listening. Thank you for spending your year with us. Mm-hmm. And we look forward to spending next year with you.
Indeed.
Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you and your families. And we'll see you in 2024.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to the Pixie Dust Fan Podcast. We hope you enjoyed the episode.
Make sure you're following us on your favorite podcast player so you'll get a new episode every week. And find us on social media too. We'd love to hear from you.
Till next time, remember, you are never too old to be young. Chase your dreams and design your own happily ever after.